So this is kind of a comment and a thought about relationships. That, you start getting out there online or going to functions and meeting people, and obviously as adults, one of the things we talk about the most is, relationships. Okay? Is our marriages, our girlfriends, whatever. Maybe our parents, our brothers and sisters, whatever. We talk about whatever relationships we're in. And you know what I've noticed, ladies? You can listen to somebody talk about like the most toxic relationship. Okay? They'll describe a situation that you're listening to and you're like, wow, that sounds terrible. And then they'll say this, but I'm so lucky. And you'll be like, are you? Gosh, that doesn't sound like a marriage that most people would want to be in. Okay? And look, I'm not saying you need to go get divorced or whatever, but I think that we need to have higher expectations of the relationships that we're in, of what it means to be an ally, okay, of what happiness really is. That, if you were to have an ideal relationship, what would that look like? Okay, and how close is what you're in to that? It doesn't mean you need to go get a divorce or blow up your relationship or something. But gosh, I think that we need to be kind of grounded in living kind of in reality, of however it actually is. And sometimes we could be in a relationship that's so very toxic that maybe we just need to let go. Maybe that is what we need. This reminded me of high school, which is a really long time ago. But I knew this guy who, I don't remember what his name was, but I think he was either Latin or Asian. I don't remember. Maybe Filipino, But he had polio when he was a child, and so both of his legs were diminished, like a polio sufferer is. And he would kind of walk around, it was in high school, so he'd walk around on these crutches, the kind that, grab your arms right here, and he would go around high school, and he had a huge upper body from going around on these crutches, and he just kind of hobbled around really difficultly around high school. And you know what? One day, he showed up in a wheelchair. He ditched the crutches, he stopped trying to walk, and he just accepted he was never really going to be able to. And so he ditched the crutches, and he got himself a wheelchair, and he was zooming all over that campus all of a sudden. And everybody kind of liked the wheelchair better anyway that we knew, because he was less hobbling around. He was zooming around and getting around better, and he was obviously much happier. Okay, he was way happier in this wheelchair than he had been in the crutches. But the key was that he was able to let go. He was able to say, yeah, you know what, this other thing isn't working. And he was able to let go and move on. And I think sometimes in our life, that's what we need to do. Is oftentimes we find ourselves in extremely toxic relationships that are not supportive of us as trans people, as women, as whatever you are. And we don't need to tell ourselves, we don't owe it to those people to say that we're so lucky. Okay? Because sometimes we're not. Sometimes we're in a toxic situation and we need to let go and move on. Okay? Or pull back or something. So that we can someday be happy and truly have the blessings that we desire. Okay? That we're never really going to be lucky like that until we let go.